Hello, my name's Julie and welcome to our Ambassador Ambience cabin tour. I was travelling solo on this cruise and was allocated cabin 10150 on the consular deck. Thanks for watching and please stick around to the end for my full honest review plus some useful cabin tips and hacks. I just want to show you how handy location this cabin is. So we've got the lifts and the stairwells, and we are on deck 10. So I've just come through here and literally we are the first cabin, 10150, and how handy is that? On the left you have a full length mirror and to the right a storage unit. The cabin appears spacious and light with the full-length windows. Twin beds are zipped together as a double. On the left there is a TV, table and comfy chair. On the right is a desk with tea and coffee making facilities. Out on the balcony you have two nice sun loungers. Excuse the bird poop, it was spotless all cruise, I promise. The depth is narrow but it's fully functional and what you would call a sheltered balcony which gave good protection from the wind and rain. As you head back into the cabin, it looks spacious and was very clean. There's a nice sized desk area with plenty of drawers, a lamp, power sockets and tea and coffee making facilities. On the tea tray you have tea bags, sugar and Dow Egbert's instant coffee. There is plenty of floor space around the bed and on the wall beside the bed is a thermostat. It might be the world's oldest looking thermostat. Heading out of the bed area on the left is a storage unit. On the top shelf you have a pool towel, then a spa leaflet and Ambassador guide. Then we find the mini fridge, which will be empty. The snacks in the video ones for home. Fridge was a good size and 300ml cans would fit in the door shelf compartments. Then you have the full length mirror and a view of the walk-in wardrobes behind me. Wow, what a walk-in wardrobe this is. Lots of hanging space, hangers and drawers. There is also a sensor floor light for navigating to the bathroom in the dark. The shower cubicle and bathroom feels a lot bigger with the curved walls. The bathroom is spotlessly clean, very practical, and whilst the floor space looks small, it has so much storage above and below the sink. The mirrored cabinet has lots of shelves to store out of sight your toiletries. The mirrors are great for getting ready and for making the room look bigger. The shower enclosure was large and whilst it has a curtain, it fit well and you never came into contact with it. There are a few shelves in the shower unit and the shower head was powerful and the water temperature hot, but I did have trouble getting the temperature controls perfect for me. It was either too hot or too cold. Bathroom products were nice and in the shower area you had body wash and a combined shampoo and conditioner, and finally there's a washing line to dry your swimwear if needed. You can let your cabin attendant know you are out and about or turn it over and say I'm busy with this handy card you slot into the door operating mechanism. On the back of the cabin door you will find your emergency instructions and details of your lifeboat muster station. And for this cabin the muster station was the Purple Turtle. And now for the all-important cabin review. I loved how spotlessly clean, spacious and light it was. Whilst the furniture and interior decor may be old-fashioned and in need of a refresh, it was all very functional and perfect for my 16-night Arctic and Northern Lights cruise. The location was perfect, close to the forward lifts but quiet. The theatre was the closest public facility and I found it handy to go straight down to the show. There was so much storage in the drawers, the hanging rails had plenty of space and hangers, and the rails were at the perfect height for long dresses. There was a safe in the cupboard, as well as the life jackets, and my safe was big enough for an iPad. The balcony had great views, and whilst it was a narrow space, it was perfect for sitting, and the enclosed sides kept a lot of the wind out. I loved the traditional metal railings and wooden banister instead of the modern glass, which can get covered in salt and sea spray. Lots of large mirrors, which were great to get ready or just to make the space feel bigger. The bed and pillows I found were very comfortable for me, but were more on the soft to medium side rather than firm. Cabin is serviced once a day between 8 AM and 2:30 PM. Fatima was my cabin attendant and did a fantastic job. The bathroom was spotlessly clean and deceptively spacious with so much storage and felt a lot bigger with the curved walls. Do not disturb sign was a card that you put into the door opening card slot and was a great idea, and simply turn it over when you're out and about. Doors which stayed open on magnetic catches. 24-hour room service without a delivery or tray charge. I called an engineer to fix the heating, and afterwards reception followed up to ensure I was happy and sent a letter too. And now on to the dislikes. Stretchy cover over the mattress felt a bit bubbly and rough, and a smooth, flat sheet would have been better. 2 single quilts on the bed when it was made up as a double. I would prefer 1 large quilt. Shower temperature control. I just couldn't get it perfect. It was either scalding hot or cold. Room service premium breakfast. Except for passengers in a suite, everyone else has to pay a delivery charge of $8.95. I tried this one day and have to say I was disappointed and couldn't honestly recommend it for the money. Constantly swapping plugs around as the power outlets were limited, but found it manageable with my own multi-port adapter. Cabin temperature fluctuated between hot and then permanently stuck on cold until it was quickly fixed. The TV had basic channels. The picture quality wasn't clear and the signal would often go altogether, and you lost a few channels, sometimes for days. Tips and hacks. Tip number 1, if you want a wider selection of tea bags, then get some different flavours from the buffet drink station or bring your favourites from home. Tip 2, power sockets in the room are limited to 1 UK plug, 1 American plug and a USB-A port. Bring a plug adapter which has multiple USB-C and USB-A outlets, so you can charge all your devices simultaneously. Tip 3, shower products. The shower has body wash and a shampoo and conditioner combination, but for those with thick or longer hair, take a separate conditioner. Tip number 4, if you pay for the room service breakfast, instead go to the buffet or main dining room and save $8.95 for the same food, and you don't have to make yourself instant coffee. Tip number 5, pack an insulated drinks flask and refill with cold water from the buffet drink station to drink back in your cabin for through the night. Tip number 6, store your cases under the bed. If they are very large, then butterfly them first. Tip number 7, bring Ziploc bags to keep food fresh and for a snack later. Grab some biscuits or cake from the afternoon tea buffet. Thanks for watching this video, and if you would consider liking and subscribing to our channel, it's completely free and would help us out a lot. Thank you.